From cookies to cupcakes, there's a lot of ways to decorate your baked goods. Today we're sharing a totally unique technique to try. My next guest says edible watercolor is a fun and easy way to elevate all of your Easter treats. Kara Westergaard is sharing her secrets to watercolor buttercream. We have the most beautiful, bright, happy Easter layout in front of us, and these cookies, these designs are stealing the show.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so fun.
Are they hard to do?
No, they're really not. I mean, there's just a few little tips to know, and then you can totally pull this off and do this by yourself or with your kids. You know, it'll be fun.
People may have seen this technique, the watercolor technique, done on cakes, but you say we can go small scale. The cookies, the cupcakes, they can take it too.
Yeah, so the great part is that we can now bring it with buttercream, painting with buttercream. Before, people didn't really quite understand how to paint on your cookies and cupcakes without fondant or royal icing. So this new technique is kind of fun, and I'm excited to show you.
I'm excited to learn.
Okay, so the first thing is that we are going to need to take, so I've got a piping bag for you there. You've got a cupcake. And with that one, I'm gonna go ahead and pipe on a cookie. And we can both kind of swap and try the other if you want.
Sure.
But what I want you to do is think about piping a circular. Do you want me to show you first?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, so on a cookie, first of all, I'm gonna make a border.
Okay.
Here we go. So a border, but notice I'm doing this smaller than what I would really want. So because we're going to end up smashing these, and the shape that we make is going to grow.
So you're leaving like a 1/4 of an inch cookie just around the frosting shape.
And so this is going to be a little bit different for you. You could do the ring around a cupcake, which would keep the shape consistent, but with your big tip there, you're just going to kind of like just circle it around.
Just from the middle
circle
out?
It around, and not too big, but
not too big,
until you've completed a circle.
Okay. Well.
Oh, is it a little bit cold?
A little cold. That's okay. We're going to make it work. I've faked my way through worse, Kara.
We will show you how to fix that.
All right. What's the next step?
Okay. So, all right, let's pretend that's a good circle.
It is.
But we're going to take it and we're going to put it upside down on our pan here, and I didn't really leave room for us to put this pan down, but yes.
Okay.
So go ahead and just smash it down. So, and I'll show you with the cookie. I just get to smash it flat. So you can see, I can see that the frosting has come out, and you got to leave it there. See, okay, no, that's a good example of why we have to leave it. I'm glad you showed.
Sorry. Okay.
No, that was like a plan. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna leave it, and so once we've got it smashed flat, now we have to freeze it and set the buttercream. Yeah, because it's just sticky and it pulls. You know, it didn't work, right?
I was like, give me that cupcake.
Right.
Right now. Okay.
So we put that in the freezer, let it set.
Yep.
TV magic, you've got one already done underneath.
Of course I do.
Pull it up.
That's why I'm so spoiled at home. I'm like, it's not working the same way it did in the studio. Okay.
Okay, so now if you're just gonna do stenciling or piping, this is like a great canvas for anything that you wanna do now. So if you're gonna stencil whatever, it's ready to go. However, if you want to do the painting that we're gonna do today, you have to do one added step. So go ahead and pull out your knife out of the hot water. And we're gonna go ahead and just go like this.
Just kind of warming it up?
Yep, we're warming it up. And you can see how it gets melty there. That's how you know that it's ready. So you want a melted canvas top.
Okay.
Now, from there, we would need to set that again, okay? Because it's wet. It's not ready to paint yet. So back in the freezer it goes. So temperature is our friend.
Okay.
It's what we want to do.
Okay.
Now I have another cupcake here for you.
Okay.
And I already put a little bunny on it. And if you want to go ahead and try making a bunny.
Why are you laughing?
Then
It's okay, I'm laughing too.
I saw your faces.
Yeah. Okay, so how did you do that? You just scored it?
Okay, so let's start making our paint first of all.
Okay.
Okay, so paint, we're just gonna use our food gel. And I gave you that color, and I'll go ahead and do blue. I actually have your color already loaded into mine as well. But just give it a dot into your paint well. Oh, I went way overboard there.
Somebody at your house likes the red. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Okay, got it.
Okay, and then we are using lemon extract. Now, you can use alcohol to make paint. like a vodka or something. But if you don't like to have alcohol in your home, then you want to use lemon extract. And lemon extract specifically because it has the highest concentration of alcohol out of all of the different extracts.
Okay.
Yep. And you want to, the alcohol is going to evaporate and be gone. So it will not be alcoholic after you've used this.
So no spiked cupcakes. We're just using that
I don't want you to worry.
Water down our gel.
Your kids can eat this. Everybody is going to be safe. So, but we are going around trying to incorporate our gel dot into our extract there.
Mine's being a little stubborn.
So yes, and it does that because I don't know why, but we have to get that little bit out afterwards, so you get as much of the gel color into the extract, and then you're just going to pick it up with your paintbrush and wipe it onto your paper towel there. Let's try not to get all over my white shirt.
Please, please.
And so now your paint is ready to go.
Okay, can we paint?
Okay. So yes, but I want you to make sure first that you're going to pick some paint up, dab it on the side, and then even think about dabbing it quickly onto your paper towel so it doesn't go out of control.
Okay.
Okay, so now go ahead and I want you to just look at your border. So we use a cookie cutter because that's gonna help give us just some easy lines to make sure that we're not going out of control. If you're not as experienced with painting, you can help your kids do this. You can set the cookie cutters for them first. Good, and you can actually just go ahead and do, you can do the border like that, or you can go ahead and fill in the whole center as well. But did you see how her paintbrush went nicely into those grooves? And we actually are using the smallest paintbrushes that we could find. And so like this one that I'm holding is a Sweet Sticks. I got it from Orson Gigi's. The one that you're holding is just a generic brand synthetic material, and as long as it hasn't been used for other paints and is synthetic and is not like a real horsehair or something.
Look at this.
And it's safe for food. Yeah, but you're doing so good. And so the more, if your paints are too dark, you can thin it out with more extract.
Okay.
And the extract will leave you a little bit of a lemon hint, but to me, it hasn't really interfered with like any flavor that's bothered me. So
you're so smart to do that scoring shape. If you're layering colors, like down here, I guess you haven't overlapped too much, but I'm seeing a darker green and a lighter green. Is that two different paint colors?
That is just two different paint colors. So I had avocado as my dark one, and I actually, that's kind of like a little secret. I love avocado. It goes on darker, but
like
it's
the color?
my favorite, yeah.
The color avocado?
Yeah, and it's just the Samara-colored gel. You can find it.
And look here, the rainbow. So really, you let each layer dry in between, or can you?
No, actually, I just went ahead and just
painted?
Just painted, and I kind of let them all bleed together just a little bit. So
this
yeah,
is
if your kids are painting and it's bleeding together, that's okay. It's gonna be fun. Oh, but then I do want to show you on those carrots. So we did use a couple of fancy tools again to make some little scores on the carrots.
Oh, okay. Little with toothpick, just kind of snake it across.
Yeah, exactly. All you have to do is just press it in, and you might need to chill it first for it to cooperate with you.
You're a darling.
So the same thing, and then you just get in the grooves like you did at the beginning of your bunny.
This is so fun.
Yeah, and then just the edges.
Watercolor frosting, watercolor on buttercream. We've seen it on cakes. Now you can do it on cupcakes. So many darling examples. Will you post more on your Instagram?
I will. Okay. I will. And yeah, I'll catch you up on how to do the edges there too. Are we out of time?
Well, yes. Unfortunately, we could just paint all the day long. How can we connect with you?
I know, it's so fun. I am on Instagram at Balsamic Baker.
Okay, so Balsamic Baker. Thanks for the tutorial. Look for more inspiration, including some fun frosting corners. We'll link you over from our website too. Thank you very much. Very fun.